They don't need to be burdened with our marital problems. And while we're working things out, the least we can do is try to keep up appearances.
Oh, yeah. Appearances. Keep forgetting about appearances.
Keep up appearances means to try to make things seem normal or good, even when they might not be.
Keep up appearances.
Gotta keep up appearances.
Gotta keep up appearances.
We gotta keep up appearances.
What do you think, they killed her to keep up appearances?
Gotta keep up appearances.
I had to keep up appearances for school.
You have to keep up appearances.
Yes, gotta keep up appearances.
Gotta keep up appearances, right?
When you have kids, you will know how important it is to keep up appearances for your children.
Well, shot time.
Be nice. I come bearing snacks.
Come bearing something means to arrive at a place while carrying or bringing certain items. For instance, the travelers came bearing food and water shows that the travelers showed up and had food and water with them.
I come bearing gifts.
I come bearing spiders. Come bearing gifts.
Oh, you come bearing secret.
Come bearing cheese.
I come bearing knowledge to trade.
I come bearing gifts of great news.
There are exactly 3 reasons for Louis to come bearing pastry.
See, my son has come bearing gifts.
They came bearing treasures. A long forgotten past. To pass on with pride.
We could all use a fun night. Well, good, because I have some new flatware that I've just been dying to show off.
Been dying to means really wanting to do something. For example, I've been dying to go on vacation.
Because I've been dying to tell somebody.
I've been dying to do that for years.
I've been dying to go.
I've been dying to show you something.
We've been dying to sign it for months.
There's something I've been dying to ask you.
Oh man, we've been dying to see that show, especially Imogene.
Sweet, I've been dying to get away with my girls.
I've been dying to do this all week.
Becky and I have been dying to go in here, but we can never find any boys to take us.
I'm not tired and I've been dying to go dancing and I'll just meet you back at the hotel.
Okay. A dinner party?
Yeah, it'll be fun. Bree's cooking. Everyone's coming.
You know what? I haven't even had a chance to unpack yet, honey. I just need to chill out for the next few days.
Chill out is an informal phrase. It means to relax, calm down, or stop being angry or excited. For example, you're getting too worked up. Just chill out.
Chill out. Just chill out.
Hey, chill out, dude.
You chill out, bro. Just chill out, man.
Just chill out, dude.
I go there about once a year to chill out for a month.
Okay, listen, everyone, just chill out, all right?
Stop telling me to chill out!
Now let's all just chill out for one hot minute, okay?
Why do you Americans always say chill out like that to everyone?
You know, this is ridiculous. And this whole thing about us taking tennis lessons?
Well, the nurses at your office may start wondering why you're disappearing 3 times a week. Tennis lessons are a plausible alibi.
Plausible is an adjective. It means something seems reasonable or likely to be true.
Well, very plausible.
Well, it's plausible.
Yeah, eminently plausible.
It's all perfectly plausible.
Sounds plausible.
And do you personally have plausible deniability?
I'm simply saying that there are more plausible explanations.
Plausible deniability of payment is how you defend me best.
One can imagine multiple suspects, each with their own perfectly plausible motive to burn the place down. I'm simply stating that if what we just heard is true, then there's a very plausible alternative story to the one that the state is presenting.
We actually can believe it because, that right there is by far the most plausible explanation.
An alibi is a reason that shows a person wasn't at the scene of a crime. For example, if a theft happened, having proof you were at home gives you an alibi.
Her alibi checks out.
Establish an alibi.
You'd have no alibi.
Your alibi has been roasted.
Lucky you had a strong alibi.
I just need you to be ready to alibi me up just in case.
Well, when the time comes, an alibi would be nice.
You don't have an alibi for Friday night, do you?
I got an eyewitness and the kid has no alibi.
And it's like this footage should have finally supported my dad's alibi.
Well, I hate to break up the party, but Eli has an alibi.
You had no trouble, of course, with the police once they verified your alibi.
Because I got a pretty solid alibi here, if you haven't noticed.
Sal is in financial trouble. He has no alibi. And in cases of arson, the owner always did it.
You can afford a cabin, but you can't scrape up child support?
The check is in the mail.
No, it's not.
Scrape up is a phrasal verb. It means to gather or collect something with difficulty, often referring to money or a small amount of things. For example, I had to scrape up enough money to buy a new book.
Couldn't scrape up a nickel?
Managed to scrape up a living.
How'd you manage to scrape up the cash? Go scrape up your friend and get going.
You can always scrape up a little bread.
Let's see what we can scrape up.
And if you do scrape up $1.50,
So, I'll scrape up the money, but I'll talk to Kyle whenever I want.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scrape up your car, sir.
Scrape up all the coins in the fountain so we can make all the wishes come true.
Yeah, scrape up $1 million, then hijack a plane.
Oh, it's just to scrape up some extra cash, you know?
Can't invest. I could barely scrape up the membership fee for the club this year.
Well, I didn't fall from heaven, but I did scrape up my knees and my legs pretty good crawling out of hell.
Well, Robert, I don't know how to say this, but unless you plan on taking me on pro bono, I'm gonna have to scrape up some money.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Susan, you're right there. You could pick it up.
I could, but she's the one who threw it.
Come on, don't be petulant. Just pick up the stupid can.
Petulant is an adjective. It means a person is easily annoyed, irritable, and often shows their bad mood in a childish way.
The Chinese were petulant.
Darling, don't be petulant.
He's a petulant child.
I'm not a petulant person.
Petulant and dangerous.
Put away that petulant look before you hurt someone with it.
You truly are like little petulant fucking children. I was acting like a petulant child, so.
Clearly.
Oh, you ridiculous, petulant little child.
You don't even know what that means, you petulant sock puppet.
Why don't you cut the petulant diva shit, show a little fucking gratitude, and let us do our job?
We can dance around the petulant games of powerful men, but as ever, we are at the mercy of the seasons.
Pugnacious, outrageous, fitful, petulant, but eminently lovable and winning.
Mrs. Warmington said she looked for Mom's obituary and couldn't find it. Did you put one in?
I've had other things in my mind, Zach.
An obituary is a noun. It's a written notice in a newspaper or online that gives information about a person who has died, like their life, achievements, and details of their passing. For example, the family placed an obituary in the local paper to honor their loved one.
The obituary.
2 days later, he's an obituary.
write my obituary.
The obituary column.
Found her obituary, Mom.
The obituary said he was survived by his parents.
Just look in the obituary column of today's LA.
Well, this time we're going to move you over to the obituary column.
He died trying to see the world's deepest pit is a really bad obituary.
I think that you should put things in your obituary that you're proud of.
And her obituary, she died in a car crash late at night on her 25th birthday.
And he was so poor and forgotten by the time he died that in his obituary, they called him Henry Melville.
My dad, like, whenever he sees a photo of me on the internet or in a magazine, for some reason he thinks it's like my obituary.
Son of a... It's a business meeting.
It's a frat party.
Regional manager, corporate manager, head of sales.
Margarita cigar sombrero.
Frat is a short form of fraternity for male college students. It often has negative links like excessive partying with drugs and alcohol, hazing, exclusivity, and bad behavior from groupthink.
Bravo, frat boys.
Those frat guys creep me.
Fraternities, frat boys.
Then this frat boy is just nuts.
This is a frat party.
One of these rich frat boys need a date for the night, or?
I mean, we're not into the whole frat party kind of stuff.
You're not going to be in a relationship so long as you're living in a frat house.
How does somebody get away with this right in front of the frat house?
One day, frat boy here is gonna want to get somebody pregnant.
And I sell beautiful homes for a living, and we live in a frat house for the boys.
Boy meets girl, boy goes off to college, joins a frat, starts sleeping with every girl he can, girl finds out and dumps his ass during the break.
Well, isn't it, like, indisputably way better that I do it here, home alone, in my room with a glass of wine, rather than at some party doing Jaeger shots with some frat boy date rapist?
Okay, honey, what do you want me to do? Sit around the hotel the whole time watching cable?
No. But when I say, we've been invited to a party, don't whine about your exhausting 60-hour week.
Whine about is a phrasal verb. It means to complain about something in an annoying, childish, or persistent way. For example, he's always whining about how much work he has. Or, stop whining about the weather. There's nothing we can do about it.
They whine about anything.
Don't whine about it.
All right, look, it doesn't help to whine about it.
You always whine about not being included.
But I'm not gonna whine about it.
And all he does is whine about it.
Losers always whine about their best.
Jesus, people have 50 minutes of shit to whine about?
Please don't whine about every goddamn thing.
Being trapped in an elevator with you while you whine about your stupid life.
And then you whine about it like a littler baby.
You stop that whining or I'll give you something to whine about.
So I've spent the last 18 years of my life listening to you whine about all the things that you could have done without me, and I have no right.
I sit here night after night in a room with no windows listening to you vampires whine about what a bum hand you've been dealt.
If you have 2 working legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 ears, you have nothing to whine about, so stop complaining.
Oh, well, I'm sorry it's such late notice, but, well, we weren't sure that you and your father were ready for any kind of social engagement yet, but, well, we're sort of throwing it in your mother's honor.
Social engagement means taking part in activities that connect with society. It can be volunteering, going to community events, etc. For example, he shows social engagement by cleaning up the park.
Social engagement.
So many social engagements.
Programming social engagement platforms.
We only met recently at a social engagement.
Funny thing happened with my prior social engagement.
Sir, I have a list of today's social engagements, if you'd like to hear them.
Love to, but I got a pressing social engagement.
No recording of any kind during social engagements.
Pressing me for social engagements.
Yes, nevertheless, the social engagement protocols are the same.
No, this is actually our first social engagement since moving from Chicago.
Well, Miss Scrumptious has a lot of social engagements, you know.
In the hood, I thought your social engagements would be a bit more,
Upscale.
I'm sure Deb will understand that busy woman like you has other social engagements.
He was known for his social engagements and his conversational abilities.